Nice cup there, Tim.
That's right. Hail to the victors. Big Ten champs. Big Ten champs, Bill.
Go green, man. Go green, go white.
Oh, geez, here we go.
Oh, almost you.
About to start a battle before it even starts, right?
Right. Hey, I guess they got us in October, but we're still, consolation Big Ten champs, college football playoff.
They do have our number.
Right. All right, Brad, take it away, buddy.
What's going on, MOR? Doing our little recap tonight for the turkey season this year, 2022. Hopefully we got a few people on and watching. Seemed to be a pretty decently successful season. You guys are going to have to work with me here. I'm driving across state at the moment. I just came from Muskegon. But we are like to share some information, see what you guys did, have some talking. Just missed my exit, so we're having a good time right now. Kind of want to start off, maybe pick areas of the state to go with. I know Tim did a lot of hunting up north. Luckily, me and Ray were both successful, both mid-state, and with me being in northern Oakland County. I know Austin made it out, did some hunts, didn't really have a whole lot of luck. But this was your first year, correct, Austin?
Yeah, first year of actually dedicating myself to go out and get the turkey.
You said when we met this morning, I believe you were telling me that the only thing you've seen was a hen out on one of your adventures you had there, correct?
Yeah, it was, I want to say it was an afternoon. I think I got out for 4 or 5 hunts this year. And I want to say it was an afternoon hunt. I just got set up, and I had a hen come in about 20 yards from me, but I could hear the tom gobbling behind her 150 yards in the woods or so. So I waited. She passed through, and I was hoping that the rest of them would follow in her tracks, but I never seen them.
I remember you were telling me this morning that you had hear quite a few birds, but you never get them to kind of lock in on your location. And every time you got them gobbling, you seemed like you were far enough away to where you couldn't catch up to them.
Yep. Yeah, it's pretty much, I don't know, it's kind of a hide and seek game. Really got to see any of the big ones. I didn't want to do a whole lot of walking around out on the property to stir anything up. It's not a very big piece of private property. I didn't want to run them off, take the chance of running them off back on. They were roosting on the neighbor's property, over the property this morning. But yeah, I just couldn't get them to come in close.
I mean, I don't know about everybody else. That for me, that's kind of a trials of turkey hunting, and with you starting new, you're gonna learn that that's one of the, for me anyways, over the years I've been doing it since I was 16, 18, and I've been right there before. I've had birds come within 100 yards and you can see them fanning out. I'm sure everybody else in this chat right now can contest to the same thing, that it's probably the most frustrating aspect of the turkey game, to be honest with you.
Austin, you were doing the later hunt too this year, weren't you? You did kind of the last 2 weeks of May.
Yep. I kind of messed up when I drew my tag. I wasn't really familiar with the rules and the different areas and what tag to pick. And I think that the place that I got my tag from, the lady behind the counter wasn't really familiar either. And I had a book and I was looking at the book. I just had read it wrong at the time that I bought my tag. So I bought a tag that was good for the last 2 weeks of May on public or private. Knowing that I was only going to hunt on private land, I could have purchased a tag that would have been good for earlier in the year or throughout the month. But yeah, it unfortunately cut down my time significantly, and I went back to work and couldn't out as much as I wanted to.
Yeah, so I had the same situation up here in northern Michigan. I hunted a guaranteed hunt, which is kind of, I think it was May 7th. I believe it started through the end of May. And I had pretty similar experience like you and Austin. I was kind of complaining to well, you guys know, we have a group chat that you guys probably aren't aware of. We all talk quite a bit. I was complaining so much about the turkey numbers up here, and they are down. I will say, I mean, they're down from when I first moved up here 10 years ago, but I was complaining about the turkey numbers. I really had very low expectations, but all of a sudden these turkeys started showing up, but kind of ran into the same situation as you, Austin, is that I just couldn't get the gobblers to come in. I couldn't get them to commit. I could get them to gobble, but they just, I don't know, they just didn't play the game with me too much this year. I think the closest I heard some gobbles at one point was probably, I'd estimate probably 60 yards away in the timber. Sound like there was two of them, but just could never get them storming in like I'm used to. So I don't know. I did see one day driving to work, I saw, I think it was 5 or 6 toms just all surrounding this one poor little hen on this field. Well, like I said, that was on my way to work. So, but yeah, I kind of had a similar experience as you did, Austin. It was just tough.
Well, and me and you had a discussion about that, Tim. If you remember, right, we were talking about the fact that probably not everybody knows, but I weirdly enough have a cabin only a few miles from Tim's house up by Sheboygan, Indian River area. And last probably 4 years ago, I was seeing birds like crazy to the point where they were coming in and pecking on the bumpers of our trucks while we were up there at our cottage, you know. And it seems like the last 2 or 3 years, the numbers have dropped. Then I went up for Memorial Weekend, obviously, with my family, and we seen a little bit better increase of birds popping out of the woods. And I was hearing quite a few birds gobbling back on the state land that we happen to butt up to. But it wasn't like the norm. Normally, that time of year when we're up there, because we go up every Memorial, it seems like the number of birds, visible birds in the fields in the mornings and stuff like that, were much, much higher. So I don't know if they're having a predator problem in that area, or, and I believe you and I discussed this kind of deep, Tim, if I'm not mistaken. We had a pretty good discussion about that. And I know you did find some busted up eggs while you were out walking around as well.
Yeah. So like I said, you know, I've been up here for 10 years, and I would say about 2020, about that time is when I really noticed the decline in numbers. I mean, it was nothing to have 30, 40 turkeys walk through my yard on a daily basis. And then just over the years, just the last few years, like those numbers have decreased dramatically. And now we're excited. To be honest, we're excited if we see a turkey, period, walk through the yard at this point. So my last few years, I mean, I actually went the last 2 seasons, I didn't even hear a gobble. And I mean, I hunt a lot. You know, I've got Pigeon River State Forest. There's all the state land. I've got private land here at my house. And I mean, I put in a lot of time. For me not to hear any gobbles over the last 2 years was very discouraging. So I showed these guys, I didn't post it to the page or anything, but I did come across some turkey eggs that were discovered, probably by a coon or something like that. I mean, there's so many predators that eat turkey eggs, but and unfortunately, that's been the norm up here the last couple of years too. Is you know, those discoveries, coyotes, fox, coons, possums. I mean, they're just all over the place up here. You know, they'll go and rob the nest. It's an easy meal, so.
Absolutely. Which is a bummer, which again goes into, and I know we talk about this a lot, but predator control and handling some of that. I don't know if I'm sure there's some people on the page that do trapping, and which is another thing that I wouldn't mind us driving into further down in the season here, but that's another subject. Well, let's go to Bill hiding down there. He had a little bit different drive this turkey season, I do believe, and he's quite excited to probably share what his turkey season was more spent doing. And then, so Tell us all about it, Bill.
Well, so I actually ended up going to Canada Memorial Weekend. Went to Quebec. Unfortunately, my whole turkey season was pretty much spent packing, getting everything ready, prepping for Canada. 3 days before I left, I broke the D-loop on my bow, so that had me scrambling. Ended up going to my local shop. Those guys hooked me up. Shot some new Easton Axis 4mm arrows this year. The wreck broadheads, everything. Canada was great. It was about 16 hours from here to northern Quebec to where we went. Beautiful weather the first few days, but then after day 3, it just rained. It was cold, it was rainy, it was cloudy. So we had some action. I got one the first day. I was out in the blind about 2 hours. Got it all on video. It was pretty awesome. Day 2, we had one guy shot one, another guy missed one, and then day 3, 4, and 5, it was just terrible. The weather was terrible. Those guys stuck it out and they kept trying, but the bears weren't moving. We did a lot of fishing, got into a lot of walleye, got some good video of that. Probably another week or so, and we should have the video done. A lot of editing though. A lot of editing.
Right. Well, I can't even imagine. That's a trip that I've been wanting to do for a few years myself. I've done the UP trip and wasn't very successful as far as tagging out on a bear, but that's definitely one on the bucket list.
The biggest thing for us, especially this year, was we planned it. I believe 2020, and then we planned it 2019 to go 2020. We got into COVID, and then it got pushed back. So this year we were, the border was open. We were finally able to go after getting excited, and then the border closes, unpack everything. This year, it was a go. It was awesome. Definitely worth the wait. Everything. And for anybody that's ever interested in, thinking about something like that, I would 100% recommend it. It was a great time. Absolutely great time.
Now, did you go through an outfitter, Bill? Or
Yep.
did you guys just go?
Yep. We ended up going through an outfitter called Pavilion Richer. I tagged him in the video, and in case anybody's got questions, comments, things of that nature.
Perfect. That'll be awesome.
How big was that bear, Bill? How much did it weigh?
About 210. I think it weighed in at 211, something like that. I just said 210 though.
Right.
Told a couple of people it was 300, and they called me on it, and I proved it. So it was only 210, but it was their average for where we were in Quebec. They said is about 180 to about 200-ish. So for as far north as we were, they shot an average sized bear. But at the time, that bear came in, my heart's just pumping, my bow's shaking. It was definitely a wonderful experience.
Well, let me ask you a question. Was it a trophy to you?
110%.
Then that's all that matters, buddy.
Exactly.
Right on.
That's all that matters. If it's your trophy and that was your opportunity and the good Lord handed it to you, then that was your trophy, and be damn proud of it.
And I just got done. I did a little intro about sitting in the blind, and it's day 1. We're gonna try to get some good footage throughout the week, and see how this goes. And then that bear popped out, and it was hit the camera, rangefinder. It's go time.
Right.
Change of plan real fast.
Right. That's awesome. Can't wait to see the video. I know me and Austin were talking about that this morning. We had a little meet up this morning for breakfast, and we both kind of turned each other almost the exact same time and said we can't wait to see the video. So we're excited. Hopefully you get that editing done soon.
There's definitely some really good footage in it, and there's, like I said, anybody who's ever even thought about it, definitely look into it. It's not like you go to deer camp. You can sleep in. We hunted from about 4 in the afternoon till dark. We got to play euchre all night. We sleep in, cook breakfast, go fish for a while. It was nice being able to enjoy the vacation and still be able to hunt.
Right. Well, with that being
Bill and I
said,
met up.
Go ahead, Tim. I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now, Bill and I actually met up in, was it back in March there?
Yep.
He checked out my truck for me, and him and I were talking turkey for a little bit. And Bill, you kind of noticed the same thing as far as turkey numbers down in the Saginaw area. You were saying you just not seeing the numbers quite as much as you used to, right?
About what you were saying, right around 2020, I mean, it was nothing. They'd be everywhere, and a good portion of my family lives out in the country, and it's nothing to have turkeys go walking right through the front yard and anything. I drive 25 miles one way to work, and you see them all the time. And now you'll see 2 or 3 here, 1 or 2 there. You just don't see the numbers like you used to. That's definitely something I've noticed here too.
That's concerning.
I mean, I guess you start to question. I mean, there's no way it's an over harvest issue, because they're very stringent on the tag unless people are dipping more than they should be. That's the only part that bothers me or scares me, but makes you wonder what's going on.
I think Brad froze up there. We got a couple comments here. So Dennis Poet Jr., he's over at Outdoor Stories. You guys should check out his Facebook page, and he's got a YouTube channel. I think this is directed towards you, Austin. Don't feel bad. I screwed up too, and I got my tag this year. I'm not going to make that mistake twice. And I think he's hunting down in Jackson County. I've followed him along on Facebook, and I think he was having some struggles this spring too. Dennis, if you're still out there, let us know how your hunt went. And then we've got Brad Atwood. He says we got quite a few cool hunts on camera. I didn't tag one myself, but have as much fun filming and calling in birds for people as pulling the trigger. So that's pretty cool, Brad. Brad, I don't know if I don't recall, but we got a video contest going on. Make sure you share those videos with us. We got a pretty cool prize package. And Brad, if you can, let us know where you were hunting at. Well,
can you guys hear me? Am I back?
You're back.
Awesome. Well, before we get into mine and Ray's videos, as far as that contest, I overheard Tim kind of coming in and out. Like I said, unfortunately, I'm driving. So what we're going to do is this next coming week, starting Monday, I'm going to give everybody one final week to get videos in. I know a lot of hunts just ended. Give you guys a chance to pull together whatever you have, get it sent in to us. The following Monday, so a week from this Monday, I will be going through, pulling the videos together, and creating a post on the page. Once that post is posted, the following Sunday, so you'll have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. By Sunday mid-afternoon, the post will be pulled down and counted. At that point, whoever's video has the most likes throughout the page, we are going to allow the MOR family out there to pick that winner. That winner will be chosen, and I will go live to announce the winner of the video competition. So just to recap that, next week, you'll still have a chance to turn your videos in. We'll give you one last week. And then the following Monday, the count will begin. I wish everybody good luck. Like Tim said, we do have a pretty nice prize package put together. I'm kind of excited to announce the winner, to be honest with you. So, but if we can, I think Tim's got some videos set up here. Jump into Ray's hunt. Ray had a successful hunt this season. Why don't you give him a little hindsight on that one?
Yeah, we here in Clinton County don't seem to have the same problem as you guys are noticing over the state. We birds and birds and birds and more birds. Very, very fortunate for that. I will say though, I did hunt a couple sections this year where I seen definite coyote had killed a couple of birds in the areas we were hunting. Definitely were destroyed, feathers everywhere. I could definitely tell it was coyote. I'm gonna have to get in there and do some coyote hunting, but I think that's a big problem. Predators they're all over everything, so we got to get rid of that and get that under control. But yeah, I had the early season. Typically, I always do the very first couple, if I can, the first couple weeks, and they changed the tags this year where like Austin was trying to do. We did the first hunt in April, and then there was a hunt in June, the last week there. It was for public or private. And just in the last couple of years, my friend Chad and I have got set up a little bit of property that we can hunt that's private. And we did really well there the last couple of years for him. I hadn't gotten him on the private. But we started out, there was a monsoon the night before our opener. And I think in one of our videos or something, I went live and it was just a swamp in there and mud. And the only thing we had was a couple hens come through, but it a day and a half of struggle. Never even heard of Tom on the private. I was like, you know what, dude, we got to hit public. I know too many areas on public that I know there's birds. As soon as we hit public, we tried to do the whole thing sitting there with the decoy setup and everything, but every time we started calling toms, they would kind of lurk about 60 or 70 yards, and then they would wander off, and you start getting into a chasing game and a run and gun. And Chad and I put miles and miles and miles, and I was getting nervous because when that starts happening, I'm usually like, uh-oh, this is going to suck because I got to go back to work. And well, then I only got a little bit of time because I didn't take any time. I only was counting on the weekend. Well, we had hunted all day Saturday, on and off, no luck. Went out Sunday morning till about right up through till like 1 o'clock, or it was like noon. I can't remember, noon, something like that. But he had to go back home, and I was like, well, I'm burnt out. I'm going home. I sat here and I was working on things, and my wife's like, dude, you got plenty of time to go out this evening, and there was a storm rolling in, and I was like, it is good before them storms sometimes. And I went to an area that I killed my bird last year, and I started going back through a couple fields, and I did a couple massive yelps on a box call, and I heard a couple gobbles off in the distance, and I was like, well, I'm going to go down where I've been seeing them and messing around and stuff. So I actually went away from those two birds and thought, I'll come back. And I sat there and messed around for about an hour, just sitting on the ground, yelping and doing this and that. Nothing. I said, dang it, storm's coming. So I got down on a low down by a river, down low, and I eased all the way down through there. So they're up all on hills and stuff. They couldn't see me. I got down in this woodlot, and I figured, man, they were gobbling over here. So I hit it. I think I used a box call still. It was kind of windy that day, too. And I heard, and I thought, man, they're still back in there. So I eased up the hill, and I hit that call one more time, and really getting close. I thought, oh, no. And I'm trying to sell film, and I run up and put the two decoys out, and I get set down on this tree, and I just get the camera ready, and I see a big deadfall in there, and I'm going, I set the decoys behind this deadfall. They're never going to see this. But it just happened to be, I did one more yelp, and I heard them, and I could tell they were coming. And there was a hole, right? Just one little hole. And I'm sitting there, and I already got the gun like this, and I'm like, man, they're coming the wrong way around. Well, nothing happened for a minute. They circled around that. They had to have seen the decoys. They circled around, and here come two of them. And I seen the two, and here it is right here. You'll see them in the very back. I didn't do the greatest of viewing up, but they're coming in the back here to the right. The first one I could tell had a little bit smaller beard, so I was like, oh, they're too close together. Then they paused a little bit, and bam, I smacked that one. So, and they're here. Then I go crazy. I start hooting and hollering, and yeah. But I had worked so hard through the weekend, and it just the way it all came together. Look at that. 49 years old, acting like a little kid. Awesome. So, yeah. I got my bird that Sunday evening, and it was game over for me. And it was time to help out my buddies. And that happened to be one of my biggest birds. He had 1.5-inch spurs, and the beard was only like 9.5 inches, but huge, beautiful fan. As you can see, I'm just going crazy.
Those spurs were incredible, Ray.
Yeah,
Unbelievable.
Those had some hooks on it.
Yep, that was a limb hanger for sure. I was shocked when I got up to him. I couldn't believe it. Well, there he was. I closed the deal. I was a little over the top, but the storm was coming in behind me. You could see it's dark in the background, and once I did that, I got back to the truck. I was running to the truck because it started pouring, and I was like, oh, I don't want to ruin the fan and everything. So, but it was a very exciting weekend to say the least. I mean, I don't know. I take this stuff serious, and I got it done. And then what relieved me was I got my bird, and I knew I was helping another friend of mine, Julian, out, and I really wanted to get him a bird, and we wanted to get Chad a bird. And Chad and I hunted another time, and we couldn't get together a couple other times, but he ended up getting one back out there. And all these birds were taken on public land. And then Julian came back up, stayed with me in a weekend, and I said, we're going 2 spots we're going to go to. And sure enough, we went into that spot, and he got a Jake, but the Toms hung up because the Jakes came in. They were going to beat them up. I'm pretty sure that's why the Toms hung up, because they don't. I mean, 6 Jakes, they're going to beat them up. So, but for him, you'll see these Jakes all moving around here. That big Jake in the back we wanted, but he was hanging up too. But way back in the back, there were a couple times there on the edge of the field, but that was 80 yards. But yeah, that was all I could do to move the camera around. I mean, I just got it in time before he blasted this one. He made the decision to take the Jake, but for him, for his first bird, it was awesome. What an awesome hunt, though. We sat there for almost 7 hours in the blind that morning. We were getting real itchy. It was like, oh my goodness, do we move? Do we move? And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, here they come. So we had been seeing hens all morning, deer, all kinds of stuff. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Love how, yeah, I get jacked up. But heck, I got jacked up for Julian. You see how excited I was in that video. I was geeked. I think I was more happy, but I think he was a little shell shocked. I was like, oh, crazy. So it was just awesome. That's another thing. Like Brad was saying, Brad Atwood, I like doing this stuff. Just going out and helping the guy out like that and enjoying the experience. Boom, he gets him right there. Boom. So that was an awesome hunt. That was awesome for him. And here I am going crazy again. See, my mask is all messed up on my face. Yes, sir. What a proud moment right there. And Julian's all new to this. This is his first year ever turkey hunting. But he's taking off. He just like deer season, man. He took those 2 bucks last October. He put me to shame, man. He's getting her done. And wanted to say YouTube editing courtesy of Tim's boy, Caleb, doing an awesome job. I don't like doing that editing stuff. I just send it to him. I take a lot of videos, man. I got more videos to send, actually, of some walleye fishing, but I haven't been able to break them down yet, so that'll be coming soon, too. That's my boy, Julian. Hey, there's one for you, Bill. What about that Sparty hoodie you got on?
I like it.
I even mentioned it in the video.
Well, you know what, Ray, as far as your animation, that just tells me that, I've always believed that there's a hunter and there's a killer. We're all hunters.
Yes.
We go out because we enjoy the sport. We go out because those moments, whether you take one or you don't take one, those are the moments that Julian, he's never going to forget that, ever.
Oh, no. Yep.
And I've always believed that there's people that can go out there and just kill animal after animal after animal, and it doesn't even mean anything anymore. They just, okay, well, there's another one. Oh, there's another one.
Yeah.
I don't know about everybody else, but I know the 5 guys on here right now, and Kyle being number 6, that I still get emotional when I shoot a deer.
Oh, yeah.
I still get, and you'll see in my video, I got pretty choked up, because I never thought I was going to have a boy. I never thought I was going to have somebody to go out and hunt with me and stuff like that. And you'll see in the video the excitement, not only in my face, but in his. Man, it sparked something new inside me, and I'm ready to go now. It's deer season's coming. I'll explain all that once we get into it, but it's I give you a hard time about the animation, but that just shows me the actual type of hunter you are, and that's why we all fit so well together, I believe, as a family here at Michigan Outdoors Report. So That was a
Heck, you-
proud moment. That was a proud moment for me to see you get up there and bust your jig heading out there. And every time I hear it, I could be in the worst mood, and I can play that video, and I'll tell you right now, it's going to put a smile on my face. So, congratulations to you on a beautiful harvest, and Julian on a good harvest, and it seemed like a pretty good season for you guys over there. Sorry the sun's kind of glaring me out here, guys. I'm doing what I can.
Absolutely. Well, congratulations to you, Brad, on your bird too. That was awesome. Watch you and your son there. That was awesome.
Yeah, I tried to put together. I'm not that great of an editor either, but I tried to fill in the whole persona of the hunt, which we'll see here, I'm sure, once we get done talking. But it was an experience and a proud moment for sure.
It
No doubt.
sounds like I'm going to have to get Tim to get down this way, or go over with Austin or something. Well, I'd love to help you all out and try to get a bird with you. I'd be blessed.
Right. Hey, we got
Go ahead.
another comment here from Dennis, and I'll just kind of sum it up because it's a long one. But he hunts down in Wayne County, and he also hunts in Jackson. He says too, but he's been noticing the same thing over the last few years, just the decline in numbers down there in southeast Michigan. So sounds like it's kind of noticed by a lot of folks all over the state. So
We're not really having that problem here in Oakland County either, to be honest with you, though. And I don't even know what to say to it. I mean, you can see by my video after I harvest the bird that I did, there's birds running all over the place. I got 6 jakes coming in to attack them. There's 4 or 5, 6 hens running in from the back of the power line edge there. And I mean, literally almost every day, anywhere we go, you pay attention to a field, and there's still till now, and breeding season's over, and they're still out there fanning out and walking around and feeding. And it puzzles me to know why some of the counties are struggling so bad.
Brad,
Maybe. What's that?
Did you hunt? Were you on private or public when you got your bird?
I was on private.
Okay.
I was on private. That I'm sure you guys have seen pictures of or heard. I talk about my buddy Jeremy all the time that I do all my duck hunting and stuff with. He's got just 5 acres that butt up to some other property, and it runs through a set of power lines. And he's got a blind set up there that I took Caleb out on this year. So
Sweet.
But I guess, Tim, if you got it put up there, I'll kind of walk through a little bit. I don't know what parts you're going to play on or what you pulled together on it, but I was lucky enough this year to finally get my 6-year-old stepson out into the woods with me, which was something I didn't know if it was going to happen or not. I didn't know if he'd have any interest in it or not, but let me tell you what, I think I got a little future hunting buddy in my pocket now, and it's a pretty cool feeling. We got out early, a little rough getting him up, but once he was up and I told him it was time to go hunting, he popped right out of bed, got dressed, got his camo. Matter of fact, I think he had his camo on before I did, to be completely honest with you. He was ready to go. We got out there, made him carry one of the decoys out, the Tom decoy, the Jake decoy, the full strut decoy. He carried that out on his back, had his little headlamp on. We made our way out, got set up, had birds gobbling before we could even put the decoys out. I hadn't even made a noise yet. You can hear in the video, which I'm guessing were those jakes all up in the trees back there, but you can hear in the video that I'm blowing a hoot call on a owl call, and not every time, but just about every time I'd get a response out of it. So, but we ended up having kind of an interesting venture. We had one real nice Tom came out strutting, and I had spoken with Jeremy after I had harvested him. He had seen him come across the power lines the night prior, actually, and he must have went back in there somewhere and roosted with the rest of the birds, but kept circling around. He kept wanting to get into the decoys. Where the video's playing now, I had my decoys kind of off to the left of that power line right there, and he kept crossing. That was actually the shot right there, which is kind of uncharacteristic for me. That was 53 yards I took that shot because those jakes kept beating him down. They kept pushing him out, and I had to try. And Caleb was standing over my shoulder watching, and you get that one moment where you gotta go, all right, it's time. And pulled the trigger, missed. Luckily, I got a duck hunting background. I managed to knock him down out of the air on the second shot. And then this right here was where I was talking, where all the jakes start coming in out of everywhere. I think there was 6 jakes and probably 4 or 5 hens come running out of the back by the longer grass back there. But sorry, the excitement in him kind of
That's
gets me a
awesome.
little bit every time. But his response, I don't know if they can hear the video right now, but I'm sure they've watched. If anybody's watched it, you'll see him throw his headphones back up here in a second. There he goes. He asked me to shoot another one. I had to explain to him with a smile on my face that we were all done. We were tagged out, and our turkey season was over at like 6:10 in the morning on opening day. So
Oh man,
it
awesome.
was a pretty exciting moment especially for me, because like I said, I never knew if this was ever going to be a possibility for me. I never knew if I was going to have any kids in my life. So it was. And now he keeps come home from work, and he'll be dressed up in his little orange hat. He's got his little vest on and his little fake gun. Let's go turkey hunting. So I'm excited for deer season. I think we had quite a few deer walk by the blind that morning too, and he did really well with them. Didn't spook them off, make any noise or anything like that. So just got to give him his headphones and a little something to watch or listen to, and give him a tap on the knee, and he'll pick up and start paying attention. So it was cool. It was a good hunt. Like I said, that's an uncharacteristic shot for me, but I didn't feel like I was going to have any other opportunity. And I still have yet, and this is horrible on my part, but I still have yet to measure that bird out. The only thing I did was take my scale outside and weigh myself and then weigh the bird. And I ended up at 23.8, I do believe, on weight.
Nice.
I think it was 23.8. It was a heavy bird. I still got the beard drying, and I've got I haven't measured the spurs yet. The legs are drying out, so I can get them mounted. So, but it was good season, short season, but that right there made it worth having the opportunity to harvest a bird. So, but
Now, Brad, when you said raise the reaction, you can no matter what mood you're in, you can watch that and it brings a smile to your face. Well, it does that to me too. But when I watch your guys' video and I hear Caleb's excitement, like that is like I smile every single time I watch that video. Like when you can take a kid out, and I mean it's fun just to take a kid out, number one, and have them experience something for the first time, but then have the success on top of it. That's like the best hunt in the world right there.
oh yeah, for sure. And I mean to take a kid that, and I don't want to put it this way, but 90% of his entertainment
What's up,
usually
Josh?
all he ever wants is an electronic.
Yep.
And now he wants to go hunting. And he wants to sit in the blind with me. And I got another buddy of mine who's actually part of the page, Dave. He's offered to give him a 410 with a red dot scope on it so that he can get a chance to get out. We're going to get him shooting it. So, hey, maybe next year he can go out and kill a bird. His boys have been using a 410 for a long time, and they just upgraded to 12 gauges. So who knows? Maybe he'll have that opportunity next year. But this year was definitely one of the best turkey seasons I've ever had.
Right on. You planted a seed, that's for sure.
Right.
So when we
So
talk about parents getting their kids involved, we got Josh Mabe says hey to everybody. Hey, Josh. He's out there slaying the fish with his kids.
He's always killing it with the fish now. He almost got his master angler with that last crappie he caught.
That close.
Yep, quarter of an inch.
That's awesome.
Man. Well, there was some good. I just want to say thank you to the MOR family out there. There was a lot of great pictures sent in. There was a lot of lot of good harvests. I'm really hoping there's a couple extra videos that pop up here this next week because there was a lot of pretty birds taken this year. A lot of big, pretty birds taken this year. So it's congratulations to everybody, and I mean I hope everybody had a safe season, a safe hunt, and to all those that were successful, congratulations. To all those that didn't get it done this year, hey, there's always next year, and maybe prepare a little more this year. Or if you're new into it, Austin, this was your first season. You learned some stuff. You know, it's an open book. Nobody's ever perfect. Nobody's ever right. Everybody has their own style. Some people like to run and gun. Some people have the opportunity to take them on state land or private land. But there's always going to be another opportunity. Just because this year wasn't successful doesn't mean it was an unsuccessful hunt. If you learned one thing, then you gain power for next season. So I just want everybody out there that's listening to remember that just because a harvest didn't happen, I've been through many years where I didn't get anything, but I learned, and it made a difference. You know what I mean?
Right on. What's up, Eric?
What's up, Eric?
Thanks for watching.
Absolutely. Thank you guys for watching. Everybody who's out there watching right now, thank you.
I'd like
Yeah,
to
one
add
thing
something too. Like Brad was saying, you know, I didn't get into turkey hunting until about 2005. So pretty late in my hunting career. And I didn't always get birds. It was up and down, up and down, up and down. I've been very fortunate the last 6 years I've gotten birds, but every time I went out, whether I got them or not, I learned something new. It can be easy or look easy, or it can be very, very difficult. I mean, everybody, you know, says turkeys are stupid. Well, I don't know. I've had years where I haven't gotten them. I actually stopped hunting for about 3 years turkeys because it was year after year. I was going, dang it, man, I can't get them. But I went back into it, learned a little more, and no matter what you're doing, no matter what you're outdoors enjoying it anyways. You learn a little something, but yes, there's a lot of little things to turkey hunting. You know,
Absolutely.
so just keep getting after it.
And every bird's got a different attitude.
Yep.
I don't care. There might be one that wants you to call at him 4,000 times. There might be one that only wants you to get one putt.
Yep.
And if you give him anything more than that, he's gone.
Yep. Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
It's a fun. I call it a fun game. It is a very fun game. And sometimes you win a game. Sometimes you lose a game. But you're gonna come back and play that game again as long as it was fun, right?
Heck yeah.
So.
And you know, to add to that, you know, just being outdoors, you're going to learn a lot. Like we're focused on turkey hunt right now, but one thing we all do is we all go out in the fall and we hunt deer. And what a better way to scout and just observe and kind of get an idea of how the herd is going into fall, spring turkey season. I mean, you can't beat it. And with that, you know, I think we should kind of go round robin real quick around the state. But I'll tell you, up here in northern Lower Peninsula, deer numbers look great. I mean, I'm seeing deer all over the place. They're looking healthy coming out of winter. I found some really good deer runs and some spots that look like they got tore up last fall. That if I wasn't out turkey hunting, I never would have saw that. But you know, I'm always thinking about deer hunting, always, and I'm sure everybody that's on this page, same way. But deer numbers are looking good up here in northern Lower Peninsula. So, you know, I'm itching for fall. I'm itching.
Yeah, I'll add to that because we're Julian. We got Julian's bird. We went in there the week before and we didn't get one for him. And I seen stuff in there, this new spot. And when we went out and hunted his turkey, you seen it on the videos, the deer that were all coming in, and there were some, you know, they already had buttons on their heads and stuff. And I was like, wow, I think I just found me maybe a good area for deer season up this year is going to be, I can't wait. So scouting.
Right. Well, I mean, the day before, a couple days before, I think it might have been the day before I went out to the blind that we hunted for opening day, and I made sure to spray it down because a lot of times it ends up with hornets nests in it. And unfortunately, we don't know yet if Caleb's allergic to bees or not. So I went out there that night before, just before dusk. And when I tell you that I scared a herd of deer out of that power line, I'm not talking 10, I'm talking like 60 tails running through that field. Even Jeremy come out and he was like, wow, dude, wow. So the electrical company actually went in there and replanted some stuff underneath those power lines. And whatever it is, I haven't been out to look at it, but whatever it is, they like it. And I'm happy about it. So, but absolutely, I have to agree with Tim 110% that it's a prime time to get a little bit of scouting in. I mean, you're out there, it's not like you're having to make an extra trip. You're already in the woods. Why not, right?
What about you, Austin?
Yeah, I mean, last year I got hundreds of pictures of deer on trail camera coming through. A lot of them nocturnal still, but yeah, I would say the same thing. Deer numbers are up, and I actually had quite a few close encounters last year with some small ones that didn't even know I was there. Yeah, I mean, it's always been good over here, but I would say the last 2 years it's gotten a little bit better. I don't know if maybe the pandemic had some type of play in that, with not as many people or more people going out in the woods. But yeah, that's my opinion of it.
How's it looking down there by you, Will?
I think we're going to have a pretty good year this year. I mean, every field has got deer in them. Unfortunately, about every half mile, there's a dead one on the side of the road. They're everywhere, though. See them standing in the ditches. You see them in the fields. I'm seeing them in people's front yards just hanging out. I live in a small little town, and I've been seeing them right on the rail trails, on the sidewalks. They're everywhere. So I think we're in for a pretty good fall this year.
Yeah, I would have to
Hey,
agree.
hey, one last thing, guys. Kind of turkey hunting goes hand in hand with morel hunting too. You guys have any luck with morels?
I found a few, not too many. We didn't really look for them though. I mean, we wanted to, but our work schedule just kind of affected the morale timing on this side of the state. So we do have them here, and there is people around that find quite a few of them. Yeah, I found a few just walking around.
Yeah, I didn't come across any this year, which is kind of weird. I usually have them growing right out in my backyard. I can find 20, 30 when I'm cutting the grass, but I didn't come across any this year. So, and I have cut my grass twice, so no luck there.
I didn't see no morels.
I haven't gotten any either. I haven't really seen any, and usually I've got them all over my job sites, to be honest with you, because we cut a lot of big property for Chrysler, and I haven't seen any this year whatsoever. But I know a lot of people were forced out of the woods this year too because of the tick problem. A lot of people didn't want to fight it. It's bad. I've never seen it like this this year. It's bad.
Terrible up here. Had my buddy come up from downstate, and I don't know, this one spot we sat in, we literally picked probably 20 ticks off of him.
Yeah, it's not. I mean, even down here, it's just a bad year for them. And I think that might be a little bit of what's put some people out of the woods too. There's a big fear in that, and it's understandable. I mean, you get the wrong one, and it gets you. You're changing your life, But I did try that spray you told me about, Ray, and so far I've been pretty good. Just as a heads up.
Permethrin?
Yep.
So, well, I'd like to reiterate with the contest going on. Once again, Monday, we'll start the last submissions. You got a week. Following Monday, whatever videos we have will be posted. and we will get the voting started by the likes. Number one video and the highest amount of likes, you're gonna get a nice little prize package. So once again, everybody get the videos in. We enjoy seeing them, and I know the whole MOR family enjoys seeing them too. So get in what you can. Doesn't have to be the longest video. It might be the most exciting video, and it might only be 22 seconds long. Doesn't matter. Send it in. We'd like to see it. Anybody else have anything else they want to fill in on?
How long are you going to let that run again, Bill? Or Brad?
1 week. I'm going to put it up Monday. It'll be just less than a week. I'm going to put it up Monday. A week from this Monday, the videos will go up. And that following Sunday afternoon, I believe is the 19th.
Right. Yep.
I will pull down or do the count on the videos. I'll put up a post with here coming up this next week, and give everybody the exact dates, and we'll go from there. But going to be 1 more week to submit, and then basically 6 days to do the count, so that there's a fair amount of people get the opportunity to actually. Not everybody's on our page every day.
Yep.
So we were going to try to rush through it, but Tim and I kind of talked and discussed that. I didn't feel it'd be the greatest thing to rush through it. We wanted to really announce a winner tonight, but I think that out of fairness for everybody that took the time to shoot their videos, everybody has the right to at least have some time for voting to happen for them. So some of them were worked on very hard, and any hunt's hard. So the fact that you got it on video, it's worth the show. It's worth the time to me, anyways.
Yep.
But anybody have anything else? Tim?
No, I just want to tell everybody thanks for joining us tonight. And as always, thanks for following us on the page and sharing all those pictures. If following the page doesn't get you excited about living in the state of Michigan and all the opportunities, then you're just a boring person. That's all I got to say. Thanks, everybody.
Invite all your friends.
Right. Invite everybody you can. Ray, you got anything else?
No, just congratulations to everyone out there. Keep bringing on the pictures. Good luck to all the people who brought us some videos for the giveaway, and looking forward to see who wins that. And I'm going to continue to do some fishing and get out on the water, get out outdoors, y'all.
Hey, you got to come pick me up now. I sold my boat, so.
We need to have you over here, Ray. You need to come back over here.
Come and get me, guy.
Yeah. I definitely got a couple trips coming up. About wherever. Let's do it.
let's make a St. Clair day. We'll go out and slam some big old smallies.
Oh man, that'd be a blast.
I got you.
Right on.
Bill, you got anything else?
I think that's about it. I think I'm gonna go back and finish up my my bear video.
You know, we keep hearing this, but I ain't seen no clips or no previews or no nothing.
No, I'm telling you guys seen Ray's reaction with his turkey. Just wait for the video where I throw my hand up and punch the pop up over me, and I'm fist pumping. And
no, jeez. Yeah.
I went wild.
Nice.
It was awesome.
It's awesome. I probably would too. Austin, you got anything else?
No.
No?
Didn't forget about you, Austin. I'll come over that way too.
Kyle, if you get a chance to watch this video, we miss you as always, buddy. I know you're busy. I know you didn't really do any turkey hunting this year, so. But yeah, just like Tim said, I want to thank everybody for spending the time watching the page, participating. Pictures have been great. The daily pictures have been awesome. You guys are doing a fantastic job with that. We have a lot of discussions in our little group chat that we have about different fish that you guys post, whatever season it's going on. Me and Austin were talking this morning. I want to sit and talk with the guys about a couple different style of those kind of little contests maybe, and maybe do something that gets the kids a little more involved too. We had a really good discussion about that this morning during breakfast. So, but yes, thank you again, everybody. We really do appreciate all of our viewers, everybody that comes in, comments. You guys have done very well on keeping it family-oriented page, which is what we're all about. So keep up the good work. Good luck to everybody. Everybody be safe, and God bless everybody. And take care of yourselves and take care of your family.
Peace out.